explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at the 20.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
They go play action here, Purdy. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brock Purdy.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion, the tight end. Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's going to be incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 52 yards.
And the 49ers have come back to make it a 2-point game.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion. Go street. 18 ready.
Purdy will throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Wilson back into his end zone.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
In motion left comes Williams. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
25 yards to the house.
And the 49ers have moved out in front. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To the sideline and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have
taken it right down Broadway.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
84 yards.
And the Steelers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Wilson.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And wriggled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Block that.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Purdy looking to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Here's Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The throwing here, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Austin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now it's Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, Wilson.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Here's Freiermuth again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin,
33 yards.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Purdy from the gun.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Purdy. That is caught.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Ayuk goes in motion. Out of the gun, Purdy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And he's got it. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
From 21 yards away.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Next to score, Steelers 33, 49ers 27.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball, bat it away, but boy, they missed a big chance.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the foot. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Steeler 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Moody good with the extra point.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking, but he put it through.